Hi, welcome to a video tutorial from Robojax. In this video we are going to see how we can use this micro PDB or power distribution board by Matek system. This has a back of 5 volts and 12 volts, 2 ampere. This is very tiny. So let me just remove it from the package. So you know this is the original package, and that's the size. This is very tiny with comparing to the other power distribution boards. So let's get started and explain what it does and how we can use it. In terms of size, the length is 32.1 millimeter, the width is 21.9 or 22 millimeter, the width is 21.9 or 22 millimeter, and it's 3.9 millimeter thick. We have some points here for soldering, so let me explain all of those, and I'm gonna connect the cable, the power, and I'm gonna show you in terms of voltage measurement. So you will connect your battery wherever you have. So you will connect the 2 wires that you have here will be connected in here. So the 2 wires that you have will be connected in here. It has been labeled as plus and minus. So you connect your battery in here, and then you will have supposedly four ESCs. That this is a negative and that's a positive for the ESC for one of them, and then positive negative for the other one. Notice that this is the battery is positive, so just positive is beside it, and this terminal is negative and the negative is beside it because internally they are connected. And then we have another positive negative for the battery for the ESC, and then positive negative for the ESC. And here we have ground, and this is plus for 5 volts, and then we have ground and plus for 12 volts. So you either will have some kind of, so you will get power from here for the flight controller, for camera, and also from here maybe for video transmitter, for other purpose that you need. So you will connect it here. So to prepare your PDB, first apply solder on all these terminals, including the small one, so you can solder it later on. Apply solder on all of those. Now for the battery, I'm not going to connect this. I'm going to just connect the wires to connect it to my power supply. This is an example of a 20 amp, so you can get any size of ESC that you want. So these 3 wires from ESC will be connected to your motor. So forget about these 3 at the moment. And on this side we have black and white, and then the 2 of this will be connected here, the positive on this side for example, and negative on that side. So this will be connected here, here, or there, or there. So these 4 is for your ESC. And once you connect the ESC, this has U back, so this is without back. So if this has 3 wires, then it will supply at the middle wire will be 5 volts for your flight controller. So you can send the signal from here, and this is receiving signal from flight controller to control this, or from your receiver, and then it sends 5 volts if we have at the middle wire. So this is another ESC. This goes that these 3 will go to the motor, and here we have 2 wires. So the 2 wire will be connected in here, but this is the connection from this ESC. So this part, the middle one, will provide 5 volts. Because now this is micro and this is for tiny drones, you will use very tiny ESCs, which majority of the time will not have the 5 volts. So it will have only these 2 wires. So this is just receiving signal to control this ESC, the speed of motor. This does not supply back 5 volts, so it doesn't have the middle one. That's why you need this one, because this supplies here 5 volts here. So these 2 terminals are for providing 5 volts. So I'm gonna now connect the multimeter and show you. Now I have connected my voltmeter here, which shows 5 volts. So here I'm gonna show you. I've connected the battery now. So when you connect your battery, the light will go on. So this is for 12 volts, that's for 5 volts, and here is the 5 volts, 4.94. So this, you will use it for your camera, for other purposes. For example, if you have something like this, so this is an FPV camera, you will connect the positive or the red one to this point on this side, which is plus, and then the ground to the black wire. So your camera will get power. So this is a F3 power flight controller. The flight controller will also need power, or 5 volts. So usually the 5 volts come when you connect the ESC terminals here. When you put the points, then you will connect from ESC that I mentioned from here, but this doesn't have anything. So when you connect it, there will not be any power. So if you're using a FPV transmitter, then for transmitter usually you need 12 volts or maybe 11.1 volts from your 3 cell. So this will have the positive wire. The positive wire is a plus and that's a negative. So you just connect it at this point. So these two terminals are for 12 volts will get. So now the voltage of this one, to show you, the 5 volt U side, now I'm gonna connect it into 12 volts. Now I've soldered the voltmeter to the other one, to the 12 volts. So let me just connect it to the battery, and now it shows 11.8 volts. So this voltage, so the input voltage comes and gets regulated 12 volts. Now I've connected a voltmeter at the input, so because when you connect your battery, all ESC will get exact battery because the battery is directly connected here and all to ESC. So I've just connected in the point of ESC, and you see my input voltage is 12 volts, and then this 12, which is supposed to be 12 volts, gonna decrease the input. And okay, so when I decrease that, you will see directly it's being decreased, because this has a voltage regulator. Now watch when I increase the voltage. So now if you have even 4 cell, if I increase the voltage is 15 and the output is 12 volts, because we have a voltage regulator. So keep in mind that if you have 3 cells and you want 12 volts, so 3 cells is about 11.1 volts. So you can connect your camera at any point, because there is no point the input and output will be the same. But if your input is 4 cell or higher, then this is a good thing that we put your camera connected here and regulate it. So if the input is 15 volts, you still will get 11.8 volts. So this was introduction on how to use the Matek Micro Power Distribution Board. Thank you for watching. Please share the video. Please also thumb it and also subscribe so you can get updates of my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.